Princess Leonor's big day, the royal wedding Spain will never forget. The world watched. Spain held its breath. The day had finally come. Princess Leonor, Spain's future queen, was walking into history. But no one expected what would happen next. Not the tears. Not the silence. Not the single moment that would redefine the Spanish monarchy forever. Because this was not just a royal wedding. It was a story of love, legacy, and destiny. A day Spain will never forget. It began in the crisp light of a Madrid morning. Bells rang across the city. The sun seemed gentler, as if it, too, understood the weight of the moment. Crowds gathered from every corner of the country, flags waving, voices trembling with pride. Inside the palace, the air shimmered with quiet excitement. Leonor, calm yet radiant, stood before her mirror. Her gown, handcrafted by Spain's most celebrated designer, was a masterpiece. Layers of delicate lace symbolizing her heritage, every thread a whisper of royal tradition. Her mother, Queen Letizia, entered softly. No words, just a look, full of emotion. For a second, she wasn't the queen. She was simply a mother watching her daughter step into a new life. King Felipe stood nearby, his eyes reflecting the same quiet pride. Spain's monarch, the man who carried the weight of the crown, suddenly looked human, vulnerable, proud, and deeply moved. As Leonor turned, her diamond tiara caught the morning light. It was the same one Queen Letizia wore on her wedding day, now passed on, symbolizing continuity. A silent promise between generations. The cathedral bells tolled. The royal procession began. Crowds filled the streets, waving red and yellow. The Spanish anthem echoed through every corner of Madrid. And then, the moment. Princess Leonor stepped out of the royal carriage. The crowd gasped. Her gown shimmered like sunlight over water. Her veil, embroidered with the royal crest, floated in the breeze. Cameras flashed. The air trembled with emotion. Every step she took seemed to echo with history. From the cobblestones of Madrid to the heart of Spain's monarchy, Leonor was walking not just toward her groom, but toward her destiny. He stood waiting at the altar. Tall, graceful, composed, the man who had captured the future queen's heart. His identity had been the subject of months of speculation. But today, there was no mystery, only truth. He looked at her, and time seemed to stop. No crown, no titles, just two souls, intertwined by something bigger than duty, love. As the ceremony began, the nation watched in silence. Every word from the archbishop echoed through the cathedral, blending with the sound of faint sobs from the pews. Members of Europe's royal families sat in rows, Queen Margrethe of Denmark, King Charles of the UK, Crown Princess Mary, and others, all witnessing Spain's new chapter. When Leonor spoke her vows, her voice did not tremble. It was clear, steady, regal. "I give you my heart," she said, not as a princess but as a woman. The audience held its breath. Then came the ring, a simple band of gold, humble, elegant, eternal. As the priest declared them husband and wife, the cathedral erupted. Bells rang again, this time with joy. Trumpets sounded. Spain wept and cheered all at once. Outside, the streets exploded in celebration. Flags waved. People cried. Children chanted her name. But inside the palace walls, behind the glamour, something deeper unfolded. Queen Letizia held Leonor close, whispering words no one else could hear. King Felipe placed a hand on his daughter's shoulder, pride softening his eyes. For a brief moment, the royal family was simply a family, bound by love, not protocol. The banquet that followed was unlike any in Spanish history. Tables glittered with gold, crystal, chandeliers bathed the room in warm light. The menu celebrated Spanish heritage, Basque seafood, Andalusian wines, Catalan desserts. But the highlight wasn't the food. It was the speech. King Felipe rose, glass in hand. His voice trembled slightly as he began. "My daughter," he said, "today, you have given Spain not only a future queen but a woman of strength, grace, and heart. You have reminded us that duty and love can live together." The room erupted in applause. Then Leonor stood. Her first words as a married woman, as a princess stepping into her destiny. "My parents gave me the courage to serve. My country gave me a purpose. And love," she paused, glancing at her husband, "gave me wings." Silence followed, then tears. Later that night, fireworks painted the sky over Madrid. Every burst of color mirrored the emotions of the day, joy, pride, nostalgia. In the palace gardens, Leonor and her husband shared a quiet dance. No cameras, no audience, just two people, lost in their own moment. It was there, away from the world's gaze, that the true essence of the day unfolded. Because beneath the crown, beneath the ceremony, Leonor was simply a woman in love, just as her mother once was, just as every queen has been before her. But even as the music faded, one question lingered in Spain's heart. What comes next? Leonor's wedding had symbolized more than union, it was renewal. The rebirth of faith in monarchy. The reawakening of national pride. Spain had not only watched a royal wedding, it had witnessed a transformation. The young princess who once waved shyly from palace balconies was now the future queen who had united a nation. In the following days, newspapers across Europe called it the wedding of the century. But within Spain, it was something even more powerful: hope. Every corner of the country celebrated. From the bustling streets of Barcelona to the quiet villages of Asturias, Leonor's name was on everyone's lips. Her image, walking out of the cathedral hand in hand with her husband, became a symbol, a new era for Spain's monarchy, built on love, duty, and modern grace. Behind the glamour, however, challenges awaited. Leonor would one day take the throne in a rapidly changing world. A world where tradition meets technology, and monarchy must earn the trust of a new generation. But if her wedding day proved anything, it's that Leonor is ready. Ready to lead, ready to love, ready to be remembered. As night fell over Madrid, the final fireworks faded. The crowds dispersed, but the memory remained, etched forever in Spain's soul. Because some days change history. And this was one of them. Princess Leonor's big day was not just a wedding. It was the moment Spain remembered who it was. And who it could be again. A royal wedding the world will never forget. A love story for the ages. A queen in the making. Princess Leonor, Spain's shining future. End of script.